Hello, wonderful, beautiful souls. Welcome to your pick a card reading. So, this pick a card reading is going to be all about how your person sees you. So, here we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So, just take a moment, feel into each card, and then once you've picked which card calls out to you the most, you can skip ahead to your reading. Timestamps are below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy your reading. Bye! Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. So, from what I can see here, basically your person, the way that they see you right now, they see you as somebody who is rebuilding themselves back up. You're making healthy choices in love and life. So maybe you've just come out of a toxic relationship or some sort of intense life challenge that taught you a lot of things, and you're rebuilding yourself after the chaos. So they can see you basically working on your self-love, working on your self-care, and just generally being happier. You're in a better place. Then we have this card here, Love in the Reverse. So this card talks about unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, and attraction. But it came out in the reverse. So I think maybe it came out in the reverse because they don't really see you as being quite there yet in terms of like unconditional self-love. And I mean, it could also mean that they maybe they're not feeling attraction towards you. That could also be one possibility. Sorry, guys. And they're not feeling passionate towards you, maybe, or they're not feeling really like affectionate towards you. So maybe this person, they could just see you as a friend. That is a possibility. But it could also mean that they don't see you as being 100% ready for love. That's another possibility. So the next card we have is the Phoenix. New phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. So yeah, again, they definitely see you as being in a place of transformation where you're, rebuilding yourself and rebranding yourself, I guess, like rebranding your whole life. And then we have healing heart. So healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. So yeah, there we go. So basically they just see you coming out of maybe a karmic situation that you've been dealing with for a long time. Maybe you were in a really difficult place, a cycle of toxic relationships, or it could also be not just a relationship with people, but it could be like a relationship with addiction. Either way, they see you as in a place of healing, and they can see that you're working on yourself. You're making better choices, so you're kind of having a glow up. They basically look at you and they see that you are having a glow up. So now we're going to go a little bit deeper, and we're going to look at some of these tarot cards and see what exactly is kind of like more specific energy towards how they see you. So what came out was the High Priestess, Queen of Swords, and Eight of Wands. So you're probably you're probably a girl, a woman, or you are feminine presenting, because we've got quite a lot of like feminine energy here. The High Priestess, the Queen of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. So the High Priestess, basically, they see you as an alchemist. Like, you are using your intuition, you are really coming into like the highest version of yourself. Queen of Swords, so swords talks about like basically your thoughts, your beliefs, that's what swords represent. So Queen of Swords, as you can see in this card, I think that's a woman. Anyway, there's a head, a severed head here, and a sword. So I think this card basically is saying that this person sees you as having overcome a certain type of way of thinking, or maybe like a certain perspective that you had on life, because as you can see here, yeah, it basically just, to me, it looks like this person has conquered a demon, some sort of demonic or negative patterns of thinking. Yeah. So you're almost there. Basically, that's what this card is saying, because you're the Queen of Swords. So you were nurturing this new way of thinking. You're getting rid of all these old thoughts that don't serve you, and you are preparing to step into the energy of the King of Swords. You can be the king of your thoughts. And then this other card here, this third card here that came out, the Eight of Wands. So 8 talks about movement, and Wands is to do with your goals, your dreams, your desires, like whatever you're trying to manifest. So they see you in a place of, here, like we said, rebuilding, and they can see a lot of movement in the area of your life that you're trying to manifest in. So, if you're working on like a project, or there's a certain type of lifestyle that you want to have, or maybe you're working on yourself, like maybe you're training a lot, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, they see a lot of movement in that area. So they see you as somebody who's making things happen. You're making it happen. Yeah. So overall, I think they just see you in this very productive place of transformation in your life. But there's this kind of energy of not quite being there yet. They can see that you're like putting the work in, you're on your journey, you're kind of rebuilding and having this really nice glow up, but you're not done, basically. So I pulled also a card from the Kali deck, and this is the card that I got. Number 1. This is the first card. This is actually the image that they have on the box, the Oracle card box. So very interesting that you got this one. I feel like maybe you got this because, yeah, I mean, let's see. Where is it? See that? It's the same image. So Smashana in this Oracle deck is talking about, it's a lot of Phoenix energy, actually. It's talking about like cremation and rebirth. As you can see, there's another severed head here. So I feel like you've really overcome a certain way of thinking that was not serving you in your life. Like, you've managed to get rid of limiting beliefs. You've managed to break free from negative patterns of thinking. Like, there's this, or it could even be your ego. Like it could be that this person sees you as someone who has overcome their ego. That could also be what this means. And also here you can see she's wearing like a necklace of skulls. So, this represents like ego deaths. So you are a person, or this person sees you as a person who's overcome yourself over and over and over again. You're not a person who shies away from personal development, looking in the mirror, self-reflection. Like you are the type of person, you're brave, you want to dive deep. Yeah, you're just not afraid of looking in the mirror and looking at the parts of you that other people may find hard to look at if they were looking at themselves. Like you are not somebody who is afraid of accountability. You are more interested in growth and becoming a better version of yourself than you are about preserving your ego or any sort of, self-image that you have in your head. You've died to yourself many, many times, and you've become many different versions of yourself too. So that's what this person sees when they see you. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Let me know if this resonated in the comments. Just drop me a comment. Drop me a comment, tell me which pile you picked, and if it resonated, I'd be very interested to know. Have a wonderful day. Stay happy, stay blessed, and I will see you in my next reading. Bye! Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. Let me just get this out of the way. Hold on. To consult my book. What numbers? Magician is number 1. Let me see. All right, okay, so pile 2, this is your reading about how they see you, how your person sees you. So this is a very interesting reading. Basically, from what I can see at a glance, well, the overall energy that I'm getting from this is basically that they see a future with you. They see you as their person. You've basically overcome maybe like a narcissist empath paradigm. You were heartbroken, but like you basically overcome a lot of struggles, and you're in a place now where you're ready to be in a genuine, loving partnership or marriage. As you can see, engagement ring. There's a few things that are getting in the way that they see, like a few little obstacles that they see. But overall, I think they look at you and they see somebody that they want to be with for the rest of their life. So hopefully you feel the same way about them. You probably do, otherwise you wouldn't be you wouldn't be watching tarot videos. Okay, anyways, so here we have love, unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction. So obvious card right here. They feel unconditional. Well, I don't know about unconditional. I don't know if humans are really like capable of unconditional love, but they really see you in a place of love. Either you are very loving or they feel very loving towards you, or it could be both. Paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. So they really enjoy being with you. They feel a lot of love when they're around you. They feel like they're in paradise when they spend time with you. And here, engagement, when they can see that they can see a future with you. They can see that they can see that you are somebody who they could easily commit to, who they could spend eternity with. Completion, union, like you are somebody that makes them feel complete. And then we had these two other cards come out, Girl with a Snake and Heartbroken. So Girl with a Snake came out, and it's a card that talks about somebody who was probably trapped in a cycle of toxic relationships. Maybe, you've had a very difficult past. You didn't have very good boundaries, and because of that, you ended up being abused, right? So, sorry about that. And here we have Heartbroken. So, you've overcome deep hurt. You've overcome heartbreak, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. So this person can see that you've really done the work on yourself. That you're not just somebody who, comes from this easy life with no challenges, no experience. You are somebody who's been to hell and back probably several times, and you've learned a lot. They see you as somebody who's walked through the fire and come out the other side, renewed. Because you can be reborn when you walk through fire. All the stuff that's useless gets burned away. So that's the energy I'm getting from how they see you. So let's move on to the tarot cards. So you have the Magician, the Ace of Cups in reverse, and the Five of Swords in reverse. So with this card, the Magician, you've got Pentacles, Cups, Swords, and oh my gosh, Pentacles, Cups, Swords, and Wands. That's it, Swords and Wands. So they see a complete life with you. They see you as like the magic in their life. They see you as somebody who they can be with and who they can do everything with. Like everything that they want in life can happen with you. So that's what this card is. Then you have the Ace of Cups in reverse. And so cups are to do with emotions. Sorry about the noise. They opened up a mall right outside my house, and now it's very noisy here. It used to be very quiet. Anyways, you have the Ace of Cups in reverse. So aces are about beginnings, cups are about emotions, but it's in reverse. So maybe they are noticing that you are a little bit hesitant, probably because you've been through a lot in your past, and you don't really want to go through that madness again. So you're kind of like reluctant to begin, or reluctant to allow yourself to like begin a new emotional journey or investment in the situation. So they feel this a little bit of reluctance. And then here you have the Five of Swords in reverse. So again, swords are to do with thoughts, and fives are to do with challenges. So it could be that you are maybe slightly destructive with your thinking, probably because of everything that you've been through. And maybe they find it hard to compromise with you sometimes because of that issue. So that's like potentially just like one of the challenges that they are experiencing with you, or the way that they see you at the moment, that you just kind of have a little bit of trauma that you are working through at the moment. So I can sense that they're finding it a little bit hard to get through to you mentally and emotionally, but they do see you as their person. Like they see you as their forever person. And then I did pull some Kali cards for you. It was just meant to be one card, but there was two cards that came out. So you got Vishvamata, and Bhairavi Yogini. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation. I am so sorry. But anyways, you got these two cards. So this card, she represents the cosmic mother, this card here. So they see you as somebody who's very nurturing, very motherly, somebody who is in their divine feminine energy. Like they just see you as nurturing, wise. You know, you can see here the third eye is open. They see you as somebody who can see. They respect you. They see that you're intuitive. You've reached like a certain, how would you call it? It's like, I suppose level. That's not the word I'm looking for, but you've like reached this certain level. I don't want to say level. What is the word I'm looking for? A stage, maybe. You've reached a certain stage in your life. You've reached this point of transformation. Yeah, you've kind of like, you know, you are in the energy of cosmic mother now. After everything that you've been through, everything that you've learned, you have this like divine wisdom, and also you're just naturally a very nurturing person. Like you're just very loving, caring, and I think they really like this about you. And then you have this card here, and this card represents one of the 6 wisdom goddesses, and this goddess in particular, she deals with conquering fears. So I think also because you can see, I think that's the root chakra that's painted on the skull, and it's a skull and a flower. So to me, this also represents like, number one, obviously conquering your fears, but I think with all the narcissistic, maybe like the toxic relationships and the heartbreak, your root chakra maybe was hurt, and you have managed to conquer that fear, and you can see it's like a flower that's blooming. So you've taken something, you've taken destruction, and you've grown something beautiful from it. You've grown wisdom from all your hardships, all the difficult things that you went through. You've grown these beautiful flowers of wisdom. You know, you've had several deaths, metaphorically, of course, and from the ashes have bloomed these flowers of wisdom. So they see you as somebody who's gone through a lot, conquered a lot, and you're in this, you know, beautiful divine energy. Of course, they see that there are a little bit of, you know, there's some obstacles, some challenges, because you're still, you know, kind of processing everything. I think healing is not something that is ever finished. So they see that you have a slight emotional block and slight difficulty communicating with you here. But besides that, they see you as their person. They want to make it work with you. Yeah, it's just a really lovely reading. So I hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope that this reading has given you comfort and has helped you understand your situation more, I guess. And yeah, leave a comment down below which pile you picked and if it resonated with you. And I hope to see you in my next reading. Have a wonderful day. Stay happy, stay healthy, and yeah, lots of love to you. Bye. Okay, pile 3. This is your reading for how your person sees you. So we have the Dragonfly, Camera, Photograph in reverse, Girl Talk, the Runner. Then we have King of Swords in reverse, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and the Strength card, or Fortitude, as it is named in this tarot deck. So the Dragonfly, they see you as basically, like, what I'm getting from this entire thing, this entire spread here, is that you are starting to have like revelations and realizations about maybe a situation that you've been in, or maybe it's the same situation that you've been in over and over again with, like, different people. But yeah, as you can see here, Dragonfly, finding out, things coming to light, adapt, change, heal. Camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, make memories. Then you've got Photograph in reverse. So Photograph says, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, making you memories. So I think this is something that you were doing before, but you're not doing it anymore. You're not really reminiscing about the past in a way that you miss the person or you miss whatever was going on in your past. It's more like you reminisce, but you don't miss them. You're learning from the past. That's why the Camera is here and Photograph is reversed. Then you have Girl Talk, time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. So this person, they see you basically, you're healing from a relationship, or you're healing from a series of relationships. You are living your life, you're having fun with your friends, you're happy, you're single, you're moving on. But then they also see you as being the runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. So they can sense, or they do sense, that you, that although you're healing and although you're happy, single and everything, you're still kind of running away from an aspect of yourself. There's still a part of you that is afraid to see itself. It says fear of intimacy. That doesn't necessarily mean fear of intimacy with other people, but it could be fear of intimacy with yourself. So, there might be a part of you that you are struggling to process and look at right now. And they can see that. Maybe because they notice that you are acting from a place of ego, or that in some way you are codependent and relying on others to fulfill certain needs of yours that really, you could be fulfilling yourself if you just took the time to do a bit of personal development and, meet your own needs rather than meeting them through others. So here they say, here you have the King of Swords. So it's in reverse. They see you as a little bit harsh. The way that you think, maybe the way that you talk, they just see you as, you're telling the truth, you're speaking facts, you're, saying things, but you're a little bit harsh. You're coming from a place of pain sometimes when you're talking about things. Yeah, King of Swords in reverse. And then you also have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So this card talks about, usually when it's in the upright, Ace of Pentacles, it's like you are starting a new career, you're kind of, it's an exciting card. It's like the beginning of like a new career, or the beginning of a business or something, but it's in reverse. So I think you have certain blessings in your life in terms of finances, but you're not happy. about it. Like, you're not really grateful, you're not really happy about it. Like, something has started for you in terms of your like financial situation, but you're not exactly happy about it. For some reason. And then you've got the strength card or fortitude in the upright. So this card, they see you as somebody who's very strong. They see you as somebody who has conquered certain aspects of their emotional experience. And, you know, you've got the lion here, Leo. You could be a Leo, or a Leo rising. But yeah, so basically they just see you as somebody who is healing from a relationship or, you know, a toxic situation. You're healing from the past. Something in the past that you used to dwell on hurt you quite badly, and at the moment you're just like living your best life. If you're involved with this person, maybe they feel like you maybe they could feel they might feel like a little bit used by you. I'm just getting this kind of vibe that they feel like you don't really see them as a partner. Maybe you just see them as somebody to, you know, have fun with or pass the time with, but they don't really feel like you see them as someone that you're taking seriously. That's the kind of vibe that I'm getting. They feel like you're a little bit mean. And then for your Kali card, this is the card that came out. So this is Kali Ma. So they see you as somebody who is basically beginning, you know, like you're starting to awaken to the truth of yourself. Like you're on this journey of personal development. You can see third eye is open here. You know, she's naked. She's not wearing anything. So I think you're kind of looking at yourself, doing a lot of personal development. You know, you're starting to see the truth. You're becoming more authentic. You know, you can see there's like a reflection here, right? So that's how they see you. They see you as being somebody who's on their healing journey, somebody who's in that stage of life. But I don't really think they feel like you take them seriously. So that's how they see you. So yeah, if you enjoyed this reading, like it, please. That would be great, just so I know that this is useful to people. Also, comment which pile you picked and if it resonated. Yeah. Stay happy, stay healthy. I hope that this reading helped you. I hope that whatever answers you were looking for, that you got them. And yeah, I wish you a lot of love and a lot of blessings in your journey, because this is a very, very fun place to be in life. Yeah, good luck and see you in my next video. Bye.